Well, here we are. And unfortunately, it's getting pretty cold. Now, there's some stuff I wanted to do, if y'all remember from last time. But, I don't think I'm going to be able to get as much done as I was hoping I could. Such as, at least getting the doors painted, where I can put the seals back on and the glass and the door handle so I can shut it and put some interior in it. Well, a lot of you probably already have been affected by it, but last week it was about high 80s through the week, and then it just, you know, kind of slapped you in the face and went, oh, it's kind of cold now, which is not really cold. It's going to be a high of a 63 today. But when you go from 90s or high 80s, and you're used to that, and then you get slapped with a 63 as a high, you kind of go, oh, well, I'm not used to this yet. It's kind of chilly. Yeah, it's going to slow down the progress in the truck. And next weekend it's supposed to be cold and rainy. So there's that. And y'all know body work and weather, some of y'all. So I can only do what I can do. And yesterday it rained without being... There's only 1% chance of rain yesterday in the area. I did get the other door painted. I didn't mess with that. I'll show you all that real quick. From here it probably doesn't look too bad. Up close you can see some flaws, and there's some dust and stuff, whatever. There's a weird run right here. I tried to use the turbo rattle cans like everyone's using lately. I had a bad time with that. Bad time. So I waited a week or two and sanded the door back down and tried to smooth out all the imperfections, which is sanded down fairly well. And reshot it with the regular Rust-Oleum enamel, the high performance cans, which I've had better luck with. And because I'm not doing some high dollar paint job, I'm doing a cheaper rattle can just to drive this on the street again, because I want to drive it. I want to be able to fix it, because if something happens, I can just tape off the panel and paint it with the cans again and call it a day. But I got all this done. I got to get a new mirror for this side that matches the other side. Put it on. Door handle, door lock. But overall, it's not bad. So at least I got this one done while it's still warm. I never got around to doing the body work on that side to actually get that one done. So that kind of kills that. And while we're on the subject of body work, I got one thing I am having troubles contemplating in my mind. And that is right here, this filler neck door. Obviously this is the stock location. I still have the door in the house, so I can put that back on and still have the door. Y'all know my fuel cell's back there now. Looking at it, this may be a problem. Some people put the filler neck in the bed. If I haul something, I don't want that. They put it in this pocket up here. Bed cover covers it. They put it back here behind the light. I'm not so sure about that, because you know, in the 50s that was kind of a thing, but they quit doing it for a reason, and there's probably a good reason why they quit doing it. So the only other option was to cut that metal out with the impression of the filler neck door and mount it here. The only problem with that is I'm seeing is, oh, and the kits for the door where you can swing a tail light open and make it work is expensive. But this right here, trying to get this right here and over, when I'm going to also have exhaust here coming out the sides right here, it may prove a problem, and I'm kind of putting this this bedside on hold until I figure that out. But there is some old trim holes I do have to fill up before I really go anywhere with it anyway, because they need to be filled up. Now, could I just use body filler? Yeah, I could, but yeah, I'm going to use aluminum block behind it, keep it from warping, try to pull the heat out. try to be able to build up. As long as I get my hand in there to use it. And I don't want to damage the glass either. But see if I can do this. Yeah, there we go. Now if I can get it out, that's the problem. Ow. It's like that gold bar game. Better already. Now I gotta work on that a little bit more. Gonna add a little bit more. I'm not worried about it being perfect. There's a couple little small tiny pinholes, air holes. A little bit of filler over that. It's gonna hide it anyway. But the majority of the hole is filled. That's a pretty decent sized hole. I didn't feel like just putting filler over it because it'd probably just crack out eventually because it's on the door and the door is gonna open and close, open and y'all, some of y'all know. I'm gonna fill those other holes because my mirror went here, so I know that's all right. That other one, that's for the original, you know, big mirror. Not giant mirror, but the big one, so. Work on it a little bit more. Little primer on it, little filler, good stuff, and then go to the bed. And it is the eclipse. All right, enough of the eclipse. All right, well, that's it for today. Spray on a little bit of that sandable primer on it, see what happens. And come back to it later. Actually warmed up today. It's supposed to get warm the next couple of days, and then after that, it's supposed to get cold again. So maybe if I get the primer on it, get it half-ass prepped now, and then maybe tomorrow I can actually spray the door and it'll dry before it rains in 4 days. So hopefully that'll happen. But yeah, I got a little bit done. I was worried about doing body work because I was like, man, I got a lot of body work done. I got holes to fill up, then I got this and that. I'm like, screw it. Let's go ahead and fill the holes today and do some little stuff. Little by little, we're getting somewhere. I hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, thanks for watching.